Buenos dias! Sa video na to, pag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa STM 111 Pre-Calculus Lesson 1, the conics. So pag-uusapan natin ang tungkol sa circle, parabola, ellipse, at hyperbola. So let's get started. What do we mean when we say conics or conic sections? The curves formed when a plane is cut by a right circular cone are called conic sections or conics. So we have here some illustrations. Okay? So if you notice sa illustration natin, meron tayong cones at meron tayong plane, and the intersections are curves. So tawag dyan ay mga conic sections. Depending on the angle of the plane with respect to the cone, a conic may be a circle, a parabola, an ellipse, or a hyperbola. So ito yung mga possible shapes na mabubuo kapag nag-intersect ang isang cone sa isang plane. So let's talk about each of the conic sections or each of the conics. Let's start with the circle. So paano ba nabubuo ang isang circle? So a circle is formed when the plane that intersects the cone is perpendicular to the axis of symmetry. It is also the bounded curve formed when the plane is horizontal. So this is an illustration here. So if you notice here, meron tayong cone at meron tayong horizontal plane. So if we cut the cone using a horizontal plane, yung mabubuong image doon ay isang circle. Yeah. So yung axis of symmetry na sinasabi dito, ito yung imaginary line from the tip of the cone and perpendicular to the base of the cone. So kung meron tayong imaginary line doon, if you notice, yung ating plane ay perpendicular sa line na yun, sa axis. So kapag ganun yung case, kapag horizontal yung plane at merong cone, ang intersection nila would be a circle. So ganun po nabubuo ang isang circle. And that is our first conic section. So we will be talking more about the circle in our lesson 2. Next, we have the parabola. How do we form a parabola from a cone? A parabola is formed when the plane that intersects the cone is parallel to the side of the cone. Okay? So it's the unbounded curve formed when the plane intersects only one cone. So if we have this cone here, and if we have the plane there, which is slanting a bit or parallel sometimes to the side of the cone, so ito yung mga bubuong image. This is an unbounded curve. Ibig sabihin wala siyang, hindi siya closed na curve. Yeah. So ganyan nabubuo ang isang parabola. More about the parabola will be discussed on lesson 3. Next, we have the ellipse. An ellipse is formed when the plane that intersects the cone is oblique or slanting to the axis of symmetry. So it is the bounded curve formed when the plane is tilted. So if we have this cone here and we have the slanted plane or the tilted plane there, so yung mabubuong image doon is an ellipse. Yan. So kung sa circle, horizontal ang plane, sa ellipse naman, slanting po yung plane natin. So more about this will be discussed in our lesson 4. And we have the hyperbola. A hyperbola is formed when the plane that cuts both halves of the cone intersects the cone parallel to the axis of symmetry. So it is the unbounded curve, each called a branch of the hyperbola, when the plane, not necessarily vertical, intersects two cones. So this is our illustration. We have two cones here. And if we have a plane that cuts both of the cones, yung unbounded curves po, ang tawag po doon ay hyperbola. So ganito po yung shape doon. Okay? So para siyang parabola, pero dalawang cone ang nakakat here. So ang tawag po sa bawat part ng isang hyperbola ay branch of the hyperbola. Hindi po ito isang parabola. Okay? Branch po yan siya ng ating hyperbola. So more about the hyperbola will be discussed in lesson 5. Yeah. Okay. There are also what we call the degenerate conics. Okay. So ano to sila? These are the figures formed when the plane that intersects the cone passes through the vertex of the cone. A degenerate conic may be a point, a line, or two intersecting lines. So these are illustrations. First, ganito. Meron tayong cone, di ba? Dalawang cone. Kapag dito tayo nag-cut sa vertex, sa tip ng cone, dito, okay? Vertex ang tawag doon. So mabubuong image or figure doon is only a point. That is a degenerate conic. Kasi hindi naman siya curve, di ba? Also, kapag ganito, kapag paslant siya at nakadikit lang siya sa side ng ating cone, magiging line po siya. Dumadaan yan sa vertex. Yan, degenerate conic rin yan siya kasi hindi naman siya isang curve. And lastly, kapag i-half natin ang ating cone sa gitna, ganyan, so mabubuong figure natin, ang mabubuong figure ay dalawang intersecting lines. Isa rin yan sa mga degenerate conics kasi hindi naman yan siya curve. Yeah. Okay, so some applications of our conic sections would be the following. Yan. So, ito ay isang pizza and it represents a circle. So, application siya ng circle. Okay, so these are eggs and they are in the shape of an ellipse. This is a bridge at yung arc niya dito sa bridge, ang shape nun ay isang parabola. At ito naman isang hourglass, ang shape naman nito ay isang hyperbola. So more about the applications of the different conic sections will be discussed sa bawat lesson ng bawat conic section. So ngayon, mapunta tayo sa general equation of the conics. So one way to represent the conics is through its general quadratic equation in terms of x and y of the form ax squared plus bxy plus cy squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. Where a, b, c, d, e, and f are constants, ibig sabihin mga numbers yun sila. And a, b, and c are not all 0. Hindi pwedeng 0 lahat ang a, b, at c. Now, sa lessons na susunod na lessons na itatalakay sa different conic sections, we will only be dealing with conics kung saan ang axis ay parallel sa ating x-axis at sa y-axis. Dahil doon, hindi tayo magkakaroon ng xy term. So, etong xy term, mawawala yan siya. Okay? So, b will be equal to 0. Yan. So, so the general equation of a conic will then be ax squared plus cy squared plus bx plus ey plus f is equal to 0. Na kung saan yung a at yung c ay hindi pwedeng parehong 0. Yeah. So gamitin natin ngayon ang ating general equation of a conic para ma-identify natin kung anong klaseng conic section ang nire-represent ng bawat equation. So ito yung ating general equation of a conic kanina. And alamin natin kailan siya naging circle, parabola, ellipse, at hyperbola. So we have the following cases. First case, kapag yung value ng A at ng C, okay? So we only focus here sa mga coefficients ng ating squared terms, ng x squared at ng y squared. So here, notice na if yung A mo at yung C mo ay pareho ng value at pareho ng sign, that will represent a circle. For example, this is 3 and this is 3. So 3 and 3, they are equal and both positive. That will represent the circle. Okay? No matter what your D, E, and F are. Okay. Next, if your A is 0 or C is 0, ibig sabihin, pwedeng x squared lang ang meron na term at y squared lang ang meron na squared term. So kapag ganun yung case, parabola po yung labas nun. Next, if A is not equal to C, but A and C have the same sign. For instance, A is, let's say, 3. 3, no? 3 ang A. Then let's say your C is 5. So hindi sila pareho, pero pareho silang positive. So kapag ganun po yung case, nagiging ellipse po yung ating conic section. And lastly, kapag yung A at yung C mo ay magkaiba yung sign, let's say yung A is positive, yung C is negative, or yung A is negative, tapos yung C is positive, that will represent a hyperbola. Yan. So gagamitin natin ang mga cases na to para ma-identify natin ang given equation kung anong klaseng conic section siya. So let's try. So given the following general equation of conics, classify each equation according to the type of conic. First, we have 3x squared plus 5y squared minus 6x plus 2y minus 9 equals 0. So para madali nating ma-identify kung anong klaseng conic siya, let us focus sa mga square terms, sa coefficients nila. So meron tayong 3 at meron tayong 5. So if we compare 3 and 5, hindi sila pareho. So they are not equal. A is not equal to C, but they have the same sign. So ibig sabihin yan isang ellipse. Yeah. Second, 3y squared minus 4y equals 2x squared plus 9x minus 3. So ang square terms natin are y squared and x squared. Yan, so meron tayong 3 and 2. So if you notice here, baka sabihin nyo agad, kasi 3 and 2, katulad sa number 1, magkaibang number pero parehong positive, baka sabihin nyo siya ay isang ellipse. But notice sa ating general form of equation ng conic section, nasa parehong side yung mga kino-compare natin na coefficients. So if we place them in the same side, by applying addition property of equality or APE, or what you know as transpose, okay? So magkakaroon tayo dito ng 3y squared, tapos magiging negative 2x squared. So yung coefficients natin are 3 and negative 2. Yeah. So kailangan muna nasa parehong side yung ating mga coefficients before we compare them. Okay. So dahil 3 and negative 2, isang positive, isang negative, ibig sabihin yan isang hyperbola. Yeah. Next naman, we have 6x squared plus 12x minus y plus 15 equals 0. Dito, isa lang square term, which is x squared. Yan. So automatically, that means it represents a parabola. And lastly, we have 4x squared plus 4y squared minus 8x minus 8y equals 0. So ang ating square terms, ang coefficients nila ay positive 4 and positive 4. Dahil pareho silang positive at pareho sila ng value, 4 and 4, that represents a circle. So that is how we identify the conic section given yung ating general equation. So yun lamang po para sa video na ito. Maraming salamat.